All right, here we go. Justin Oliver, how long have you been in Colorado? Because there's another guy that looks just like you that was just out in East Lansing, and I think right before that, I met up with you in Buffalo.
Yep. So been out in Colorado since, my official first day I think was July 1st.
Okay.
It's been a few months now. Obviously getting a little acclimated and adjusting to the Colorado life. It's a lot different than the East Coast.
What's the main differences that brought you here?
Part of it obviously is just seeing kind of what Coach Nickerson's done with the program, bringing it up and everything. A lot of it also had to do with stepping back into a full-time position. From Buffalo, I went to Michigan State as a volunteer assistant. So obviously getting back into a full-time position. Turned 26 this year, so getting benefits and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's important.
Adult stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and this is something you want to do. This is a career for you, right? So it's important that you hook up with people like Nickerson and move the program forward. What's your role? Are you a middleweight coach here? What are you doing with these kids on the mat?
Yeah, so a lot of working with the middleweights, but really working with whoever any weight. Obviously, having Andrew Ramirez at 41 is huge, especially for me to be able to work with. He's very capable of winning a national title this year, so just trying to give him the resources and the looks and the feels that he needs to get on top of that podium. And then we have solid 49 pounders, solid 57 pounders that, it's just good for me to work technically with, wrestle with, right? I give him a little bit of a different feel than a lot of the guys in the room will. So a lot of that kind of aspect of things, just really working with the technique and really giving them feel and practice and kind of mixing it up a little bit.
So I gotta say, there's got to be people back in Michigan that are wondering about the hair and the facial hair. We couldn't do that when you were with Central Michigan, right? You couldn't do that. Now you can. The game has kind of changed, right?
A little bit, yeah. So it started initially, right, was when COVID all hit and everything was closed down, so there wasn't any barbershops to go to. So I was like, well, I guess I'm just kind of stuck around my hair out. And then, I realize women are right when they say they grow attached to their hair.
All right.
It's a true attachment, and it's like if I cut it, then I have to wait a long time for it to grow back, and I'm just like kind of in that I don't know what I want to do.
Kind of Colorado though, isn't it?
It fits really well. We also, so my fiance and I also drive a Subaru, so we were made for Colorado.
All right.
Honestly.
All right. So on that note, what do you do for fun? You do hiking and all, fishing and all that?
Yeah. So we have a dog that will kind of take on hikes and everything. Not as much in the fishing, but more definitely a good bit of hiking, just kind of being outside. We went out to Denver a few weekends ago, so obviously there's tons of stuff to do around here, whether you want to get away from everything or whether you want to go into everything. It just kind of depends.
All right, talk to that Michigan recruit. What are they going to get in Colorado that they don't have over there in Michigan or Ohio or PA or right around the central part of the states?
So scenery, right? Obviously it's gorgeous out here. A lot more sun in Michigan. I think you get sun about 150, 200 days a year.
Yeah, I think the leaves are changing already up there.
Probably. Here you get 300 days of sun, so it's a lot different. Training at the altitude, obviously, there's a reason the Olympic Training Center's in Colorado Springs, right? It wasn't just like happenstance that they put it there, right? There's science behind training at elevation, coming back and competing at sea level. So obviously that really helps us a lot with our training and making sure our guys are really in shape. Outside of that, it's a great coaching staff, great program, great school. There's a lot of good things going on here, and it's a growing area. There's tons to do around, right? Great team. Everybody's really close knit. So there's a lot that people kind of don't necessarily think about because there's a lot of stops between here and Michigan. But it's important to kind of keep your options open and not necessarily always think you got to stay in the general zone that you're in.
Right. Big Ten territory. It's not, Yeah. All right. I appreciate the time. What else you got for us?
Just obviously keep watching, keep seeing this program grow, and kind of watch out for a handful of placers. We're looking to obviously get guys on top of the podium, not just on the podium.
Yep. All right. Thanks.
Of course. Thank you.